Alright, what's up guys? So, sorry if I die right here. It's taking forever to get Twitch going. I just thought of it like last minute. A lot of people constantly ask me how to use Cleaving Whirlwind and what's better. Tempo Royale, Cleaving Whirlwind. The huge argument with the two is that Tempo Royale you can move and Cleaving you can't. Well, you can move with Cleaving. One, you need to run like Berserker, or at least Prime Fury, so you got some attack speed. And then the other argument is what's better, Galatine or Grand Prime. For long-term play, it's tough. If you have a good Riven, the Gram will be okay. And yes, I said okay. Sorry for those of you who are hardcore Grand Prime fans. I'm an old school player. I do a lot of end games, so for those of you who are checking out this video that aren't used to me, just understand I do things other players don't really do. I test things in a way that they cannot possibly test in a simulator. I have used both weapons, gone super far into like level 6,000 enemies, just to see what's gonna be better overall, like long-term play. With a Riven, Graham can hold its own. It's okay. It's fine. Galatine has more reach, more attack speed. Everything's very balanced. I really want to say late in game, Galatine Prime's going to be your better option just for the better balancing. It scales a little smoother, and that attack speed really does matter. It might not seem like it, but until you're up into the enemy level where it even matters, you won't know the difference, honestly. Hey, look, Berserker. Right when I say it, right? So there's ways to be mobile with Cleaving Whirlwind. Cleaving Whirlwind has a higher damage output, like by far, than Tempo Royale. Tempo is really good if you can't stay alive. You need that crowd control. It'll constantly knock enemies over, that's great. That's great. On the Gram, I would say Gram and Tempo Royale are probably a better option. Just for the fact that the Gram's a little slower, you need enemies to be a little less mobile so that you can make up for that attack speed. So I would say that would probably be a better option as far as that goes. Depending on your playstyle, of course, that really comes down to everybody's playstyle. Just what weapon you use, what everything. It all matters your playstyle. My playstyle, I'm a fast-paced, aggressive player. I get in, get it done. I know my status combinations, you know, all the like. If anybody's wondering what the heck I'm running on my setup right at the moment with my Nekros and all that, what I did, I haven't really been using Nekros since the whole nerf to drop rates and desecrate and all that. Hydroid, I have better results with Hydroid with a team. Now, if you're running solo, yeah, duh, you want to run Nekros because you can stay alive a lot longer. But you're a mobile killing machine. But everybody's still stuck on this old school Nekros mindset, and they think Nekros is still better than Hydroid, and I'm like, not really. Pilfering Swarm got adjusted to where it works differently now, and Desecrate used to be the better option than Hydroid by far, because you used to be able to chop up to like 8 body parts per enemy, but now the max is 2, and it don't matter what weapon you use. I got some idiot arguing with me one day saying that he uses the comb, and the comb gives you more body parts, blah, 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 all this stupid crap. I'm like, bro, you can't go past more than 2. Like, literally, you can't go past more than 2 body parts. You cut them in half, and then that's it. It's done. So you got a 54% drop chance per body part. And some people are like, oh well, that's 108%. No, that's not how that works. It's not 108. It's 54, and it's not gonna change. It's 54. Um, so where Nekros is weaker as far as farming goes, in some aspects, than Hydroid is short-term play. Yeah, you're great. You're fine with Nekros. But if you're gonna do a long run with a team, Hydroid's gonna keep the enemies off your team a little better than Nekros can, because you got Terrify with Nekros, and it's, you know, range duration. It can keep enemies off you, but it makes them run away completely, which can be a problem. Not always, but it has its moments. Or they'll just run so far you can't even desecrate them. It's if your teammate kills them. Nekros, like I said, solo play, you're great. Yeah, as you see, I'm chilling, right? As far as how I'm keeping my health going like that, I'm running a Galatine build I have not shared with any of my friends. Sorry guys, I love y'all, but there's some things I prefer not to get nerfed right away. It's an old build of mine that I modified. Same with this Nekros, actually. My whole Nekros setup right now is a modified version of my original all-around God build. If anybody has ever had that build, I have made a small couple tweaks to the setup. Not much. Just, you know, as they've added new things to the game, mod-wise and arcane-wise, I got a whole new setup now. I'm running Magus Repair, Magus Lockdown. Then I'm running Generic, you know, to make up for the energy, to help out a little bit, just for that extra energy pickup on the Generic perk. Like space now, I'm like focused on choppy. Anyway, so there's ways to use Cleaving Whirlwind. Everybody does the typical combos that you're not mobile very much at all. If DE comes through and makes combos more fluid, Cleaving Whirlwind does more slash procs. Plain and simple. Tempo Royale is impact. Anybody with a brain who knows this game, obviously we all know Slash is a lot stronger than Impact by far. You're going to actually kill stuff with Slash. So where everything falls together is the damage scaling late game. With my current setup on my Galatine, late game, I will be doing red crits, orange crits, constantly. Right now, I'm not going to really see any of that because the enemy don't live long enough for me to have a combo multiplier that's going to really get me up there. I can kill enemies a lot faster than I'm doing right now. I'm just goofing around talking, but... and as you see, my health, you know, I'm chilling. So... let me get these guys out of the way here and go over here to the side real quick. So you got multiple combos with Cleaving Whirlwind. You got this one. I don't use that one unless, like, I'm bored. So here's the thing. You can do stuff that, like this. You can do... So there, I got rid of my attack speed. So this is base attack speed, and now I'm going to use Berserker and get it back up. And boom, I'm already there. Right, so definitely use Berserker, guys. It's better than Prime Fury for weapons like this. The only time I would say you don't use Berserker is on a Zenistar, man, because it don't work on the disc. It does not work on the disc. The only time I would say don't use Berserker ever is on Zenistar. Plain and simple. Anything that's, you know, gets added to the game in the future is just not gonna be affected by a berserker like that. Just don't use it. I'm tired, sorry. I've been working like 10 plus hour shifts lately. Overnight. Trying to get my sleep schedule adjusted. So there's some things that people do not know with Cleaving Whirlwind that you can do. Pretty slick, pretty neat. So I'm running an Amprex with multiple status procs right at the moment. So I'm running that. I'm running health, the health mod. I can't think right now to get my health back. Not lifelink. Man, I can't think right now. Sorry, guys. It's one of the HP mods on for the melee weapon. Man, I can't think. I'm tired. But yeah, just look up the health mods. Healing return. There you go. Sorry, I don't know. I'm just spacing out. I'm running healing return setup on here. Definitely going for like status. I'm not running corrosive on my Galatine. I'm running just straight raw damage for the most part, and then healing return. Crit. You know, I'm going for crits, combo duration, with drifting contact, all that like. So I'm running viral radiation on an Amprex and slash. I'm running the hunter munitions, so I'm able to put out 3 status procs. Boom. So that's health right there off of 3 statuses. If I stay here long enough and the enemies get high enough level that I absolutely need to go that route, I have my pox able to strip armor. So there's another option. Like, know your status combos. People that come in here and rely on one weapon to be the go-to and claim that you only need this weapon, those are the people that you don't want to follow on YouTube. Those are the people that are going to give you a bunch of crap, misguide you completely. You waste your formas, you waste your time following people that have these ultimate god build, blah blah blah, that they're only using one thing the entire time, and they claim that they do in game, but you never see them actually do what I do. I keep it real. My videos are longer than most people prefer, but I keep it real. I'm not gonna sit here and claim, oh, this is the best build, this is the god build, and I'm gonna show you where I skip ahead into gameplay and you don't see how many times I've possibly died using the setup, so you know it's legit. You don't see the pros and the cons. I only say everything is god build, god build, god build. Like, that it's getting on my nerves lately with YouTubers. Like, you guys are killing our community. People are getting burned out because they copy your crappy builds with misinformation, and then they quit playing because they wasted so much time, and they feel like that's what this community is just a big waste of time, and we need to change that. I understand DE is lacking content, but quit complaining about lacking content when you can't even survive the content that's available without needing ribbons, without needing special things to get through these lower level enemies. If you can't survive lower level content, don't complain about, oh, DE's lacking content. Come on, man. Play what's available. Give DE a reason to give us harder content, because right now all they care about is the newcomers who join the game, play 10, 15, 20 minutes at most a day in a mission, and then they hop off the game. They're only looking at those people right now because they don't want to give us any actual end game. Everybody claims we don't have end game. We do. It's just it takes too freaking long to get to the end game. End game, where your enemy level caps out. That's end game. You can no longer go any farther into it. It's end game. So as soon as DE added endless modes to the game, boom, we had end game. We've had end game. Just everybody claims it's not end game because they're not good enough or they don't have the time. So I'm not saying everybody is bad. I'm just saying most people aren't good enough to go to those levels by themselves into the game. And then you have the other group where we all have jobs and we can't always go that far because we have a life. And that's, you know, that's understandable. Everybody has their own thing they have holding them back from doing long runs. Whether you just suck and claim that you can end game when you can't, or you just don't have the free time and you could end game. You could learn to do it, but I feel like if we could all get on one point where everybody is absolutely doing this constantly, DE's gonna get. They're gonna have to give us something that's gonna be harder. They're gonna have to challenge us because if all we're doing is end game and they see that we're able to go into like Fisher missions and easily get hundreds of thousands of loot per week with no effort. Tell me why they won't have a reason from that point to make things harder. Give me a challenge. Like, let's be honest, we don't need all the mods that we have in the game currently for the low level enemies. I mean, you see right now, I'm just goofing around and like I'm invincible. As long as I keep up with my abilities, I don't do anything stupid. I can be here for ages. Surprise Boar hasn't showed up. I just thought about that. I've been in here 40 plus minutes. Odd. Now the emissary targets, they showed up, and well, that went smooth for them. But now, as you see, I'm starting to get higher into the enemies, and I'm getting more combo duration or combo multiplier. Right, so boom, already I'm starting to hit them red crits, and I'm, you know, as soon as I hit like around 100 on my combo, it starts to pick up. So like, that's what I'm saying. Galatine, it scales properly. It works. It's just and you don't need a ribbon. You definitely don't. It does just fine, all by its lonesome. I've been doing this for years on years. Before ribbons were even a thing, I was doing runs like this. Like, keep that in mind. Everybody's so new school. Everything has to be a ribbon, or if you don't have a ribbon, it's not a good weapon. Well, let's be honest. DE nerfs ribbon constantly. So your Grand Prime ribbon might be godly now, but just know it's coming at some point. If everybody and their mother switches to the the Grand Prime and starts using it, then the nerf wave coming on, man. I'll share my build for Nekros. I just wanted to show you guys, like, there's ways. Like, this is the Galatine setup I run actually with my Nekros. Usually I run Dagger with Nekros if I want to go in game, but if I'm really bored, I mean severely bored, I will run an actual melee weapon. It's not got covert lethality, and, you know, cheese my way through it. It's a lot of work though. You lose that combo multiplier in end game, you're screwed, bro. I don't care how good you are, you're screwed. It definitely has a major impact late game. This Galatine build, if you run, say, a Saren on your team, and the spores are just going wild, you guys will be in that survival for ages. Like, literally, you can easily hit the enemy cap with my setup. And Nekros. It's just patience, time, you know, learning how to use everything efficiently is the hardest, I think, for anybody who's trying to get used to doing any of this stuff. Being effective. Okay, give me my emissary stuff. Is it still alive? This in here, bro. I'll be stingy. Now, another thing. Like I said, Galatine has more range. I'm gonna stick with that. I mean, what's so bad about having way more range good balancing, good scaling for damage, and doing more slash than anything else. So let me get my zombies on point here. Let me show you another little trick with the Cleaving Whirlwind. So you can get your combo going. Shoot. Shoot. Yeah, that happened. You can do this. Say you're running a corrosive pox. Same thing, right? You ain't gonna see that on YouTube nowhere else. That's how long I've been using cleaving. I've learned all kinds of tricks that a lot of people don't know. So as far as mobility, you have ways to be mobile. It's just learning how to be mobile. If you're wondering why I'm running a viral radiation setup, the healer ancients become a problem at one point. So if you turn everybody against each other, they don't really bother you as much. And then the leech eximus as well, same situation. And you see, I can easily get my health back if I need to. I'm just goofing around right now. I'm bored. Like, I don't have anything else to do. I'm trying to stay awake before going to work. I let my combo multiplier drop just so you can see, like, the difference, though. So, I think it's, what, at 3 times is when you start hitting the red crits with the Galatine with my setup. I am running the sacrificial mods, I believe. I boosted my crit as high as I could get it. I'm gonna use this guy to get my combo up. A lot of people use the... I can't think of the name of the mod because I don't use it no more. Oh, Relentless Combination. Don't use it, honestly. Being in a rush to get your combo multiplier up is kind of silly. Yeah, if you lose your combo multiplier, you want it to go up. But at the rate that it goes up, it's almost pointless to have that mod. It's based off slash procs, so yes, Galatine is going to benefit from it better than Graham would, but personally, I don't use it. You fight enemies at high enough levels, best believe you're going to have your combo multiplier up quick enough as it is, especially with Galatine because of the range. Again, range and attack speed, it works out. Everything scales just very nice together. Now I wish they would add another mod to the game than Drifting Contact for like status duration or stuff like that. But what is going on? This dude is like taking 0 damage. Too short. Now you can keep your zombies alive like indefinitely, but it's good to rotate your stock. So for anybody who doesn't understand how Nekros works, the last 7 enemies that you kill, that's what you bring back as zombies. So be selective. Don't just go killing and killing and killing when you decide, hey, I want to get different zombies in here. Like, let's say you kill a bunch of nullifiers. Nullifiers are nice to have. Arctic Eximus, man. Talking about defense, like this guy right here. Hey, bro, how you doing? Alright. Get you some, some ancients in the mix, something, and then let your zombies die somewhere you can safely, call a bunch of zombies back. Cause boom, inside the Arctic Eximus, you got a mobile shield of sorts. I'm not quite sure, honestly, if the ancients do reduce damage dealt to you anymore. They should, but it's been so long since I've kept up with some of the updates with all that with Nekros. I get burned out after a while, you know. Keep up with it every time they do a ninja nerf, as I call it. Because VE sometimes they don't talk about things that they're gonna change in the game. They just change them. It kind of gets annoying after a while. Where is Vor at? This is bothering me. 50 minutes in, no Vor. You're a pain in the butt. You know that? I was really looking forward to killing you. My friends need stuff all the time from Vor. But you see, this build is set up to where you can be in here solo farm all you want to, all day. It's all good. Even you can tank those grenades. Those grenades hurt, man. Late game, I don't think you're gonna tank the grenades, even with all your zombies. I've had it to where it'll wipe out my zombies that are full health, like just absolutely obliterate my zombies and kill me on the spot. So I've tried to come up with builds that will get me through it, and the only option is have a headset or something where you can hear the tick sound of the grenades, and when you hear the grenades, switch to your operator and hope for the best. It's your really only option for late game with those, to survive it. I am running Arcane Grace and trying to think. I think Arcane Guardian on this Nekros build. For anybody curious, just everything that can help with health regen. You see, I was getting low on health, but boom, got Magus Repair, got everything together. Magus Lockdown to save your cookie dough. Eventually, I'll get to a point where I'll just be running around mostly with my Pox and not actually using the Amprex, except for like one if I get low on health. But as far as just killing, yeah, I'll just be running straight Pox, just so they all die. Because the Pox will still give me multiple statuses. I'll get corrosive and then toxin procs, so that's still 2 status procs here and there. Those grenades are tearing me up, man. As far as hanging out with Nekros, this is one of your better spots, at least until the nullifiers come in. Once the nullifiers come in, well, they drop on your head, so then it becomes a little bit of a pain. Like if you're trying to run a Terrify setup, then you don't want to do that in that spot. But this is my favorite spot with Nekros. Not my top favorite, but I didn't feel like looking for the other spot just to make a quick video. Well, my version of a quick video. 28 minutes into it, quick video. I'm actually here to farm pigments. I started my own clan here on the Xbox. Anybody interested in joining a actual in-game community, just throw me a message. My gamer tag is only4given once. I will actually post it here in the squad chat real quick so you can see how to type it out if you're interested. Well, I know you can see my name on the side screen, but I'm gonna type it anyway for a reason. I'll explain here in a second. Just so you can see it right there as, like, I'm just playing the game instead of me having to keep the chat window open. So I lost my combo multiplier. See, I don't like doing that combo because it's just doo-doo. I'm gonna switch to the Pox though. So everything dies. really was some ancients. There we go. Adam.
The longer you fight, the more successful we will be.
What up, bro? So, here's the thing with Slash. If you're gonna go crazy with Pox, don't overdo it. DE put like low-key nerf to Slash. The bleed out doesn't bleed out if the armor's 100% gone. It don't bleed out doing as much damage as it used to do. So I would say definitely don't spam the Pox if you're gonna run this kind of setup. You don't need to really spam it. Just strip armor 100%. You can, but I would say you don't need to. I am gonna eventually work on this build. I'm thinking about putting rolling guard on my Nekros build, but I don't know. I think I need another Nekros, like a third or fourth Nekros, to make it rolling guard version of my setup. But we'll get there when we get there. I'm thinking I might need possibly a little bit less power strength than my current setup has, and then throw on the rolling guard, but I don't know. Because I'm thinking, if I have rolling guard, I hear grenades, I can just rolling guard my way through the grenades. I can rolling guard if a nullifier jumps on my head and says hi. I'm like, oh, well, that happened. But as you see, lower combo multiplier, throw some Pox, boom, everything dies. Like, it's just, there's ways to work around everything in Warframe. So this is a self-sufficient solo build, and just, you know, just think, if you have a Saren on your team, boom, you're golden. Bring a Blessing Trinity. She might troll Nekros a little bit. The problem with Blessing Trin is she can keep your zombies alive for like forever, and if you need them to be higher level to have more health and more, you know, damage output, well, kind of hard to do that when you can't rotate your stock, you know. So you definitely got to be able to communicate with your Trinity on your team in that aspect. But you can see, like, Pox definitely is a go-to. I run the radiation viral just for late, very late game. And mostly if I'm running with a team. Because if, say, you got Saren, you don't have to throw Pox because Saren's already got you covered on the corrosive. So then you just run that Amprex and do that little trick I showed you earlier where you're doing the combo and you're meleeing through your shots on top of it. Like, shoot the Amprex and melee. If this dude don't quit jumping up here. Listen. I did not say fall off the side, you know? Like, you're a tool. But I figured I'd get in here at least an hour so you guys could see, like, the scaling, how it all works together. How to use it. And your little Cleaving Whirlwind combo, you got a few seconds before you're, like, completely losing it. Your little spin attack to do your slash procs. See? Like, so there's options for mobility. And then, of course, if you're running with the Saren, that Magus lockdown, everything will just die every time you do a 10-0 dash. If I run the Pox and then 10-0 dash, same principle. No armor, they die. Like, it's gonna happen. They'll instantly die. Let's see. I'll do it on this dude. He's not 100% stripped, but like it was close. But if he's 100% armor stripped, then that's a done deal.
As long as you can.
Ooh. These argon crystals I don't need. Man, they are spamming nades. Jeez. I like the new effect DE did with the nades though. It's real flashy. Hey, I got 2 ancients this time. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can get my combo multiplier actually up for once. I'm just derping around. I forgot what level this build goes to enemy wise. It's like if you're playing like kind of sloppy. You definitely need to pay attention to the health bar on your zombies for this build to work though. Me personally, I just count like a time in my head for the most part, or I look at how much health I've lost to get an idea of when I need to recast. But if you're at full energy, it's not going to hurt you to recast it every few seconds anyway. Oh, hit the wrong button. Turn off desecrate. Fail. Come here. I want you. Ah, I lost my combo. Oh well. That was not no 10 seconds. Lies. Quit with the nades, man. Y'all just melting my zombies. Oh, nade spamming so. But yeah, if you guys, like I was saying, sorry, I'm like spacing out. If you guys want to join my clan on Xbox, I might be moving to like Denver, Colorado here soon. So I got some other people in the clan that they'll be running the clan. I just ask that you guys are active. If the pigments are not completely done in the clan, help with the pigments. There's nothing else to do in the clan but pigments. I got 100% researched. Started my own clan and got 100% researched within like 2 weeks. So don't worry, you'll be joining a clan that's already done as far as that goes. I haven't really had time to build the dojo and make it look all pretty and snazzy. I've added some things, but I've been busy. Real life happened, so I've had to deal with real life for now. I'll go ahead and bounce out of this survival so you guys can see my build. I've not shared my Galatine build, like ever. Not this Galatine. I've run it with my Chroma for the most part, for my infinite health build, Chroma. And my Inaros, same thing. Works really nice with my Chroma, because healing returns based off how my status procs are you know, active. And if you're running my chroma setup, then chroma's got ice, so when they shoot you, boom, you got an ice proc. That's one. Then whatever you're using on your weapon setup, that's another one. Vice versa. There you see, I 100% armor stripped that guy in one swoop with my Galatine, killed him. See if I can get up to 3 times again. I usually don't trip about being high up into it until I get really low on life support. And then I'm like, I guess I need to try now. So I'll go back to killing them once I get my 3 times up. There we go. I'm still trying to get used to doing this whole live stream thing. I don't talk and play very well. Like, I space out. I have like bad ADHD, old brain injury. It screws me over sometimes. Sometimes Nekros zombie thing don't work like it's supposed to. Your Shadows of the Dead, it won't heal your zombie sometimes. I don't know if you guys saw that just now, but my Sanguine Eximus received 0 health regen when I recast it. So that is also a problem once in a while. No idea why that's a thing in the game, but I don't make the game. I just play the game. Okay, they're like keeping me from getting my energy back up to recast. Like, that was stupid. I hate y'all. Go away. Screw me over.
We will all share in this bounty. Hold out as long as you can.
I have equilibrium, so, you know. They were being spawned in here, so they weren't dying, and it was keeping me from getting Desecrate to actually proc, so I can get more, my health to drop. Now I can't get my fourth to work. Come on, game. Jeez. Always something in Warframe, I swear. There's a combo multiplier. As far as keeping life support up, as long as the emissary crap don't show up, you're good. So this build's definitely, it'll work just fine. With this new stuff they've got in the game now, it makes things a little more tedious, but you see it's self-sustainable at least. One option you do have that it does work, two options. A wisp for your bots that you can bring into the game. Works out pretty nice. A Trinity. She can supply you energy. Works out pretty nice. I'm not going to use those right now because I just don't have the time. But if I ever do an in-game run, I will show this to you. Just know it does help. The Wisp kind of can screw you over with Nekros. If your health regens too fast, you can't use the equilibrium, so you can get your energy. If you're going to run a Wisp for your Spectre, I would say run Prime Flow instead of Equilibrium, just to be on the safe side, have that extra energy pool. Otherwise, you might end up with a problem. I've had the problem before, that's why I'm saying it can be a problem. Trinity's a better option. She can just help keep your stuff alive, reduce the damage dealt to everything around you, and supply energy so you can keep going a lot longer. I would say bring Arca Plasmor on your Trinity Spectre for that radiation, so you got more status procs due to the enemies fighting each other. That's usually how I rock it out. I can go hours and hours just by myself, chilling. I've done a 5-hour solo, no problems, up to level 6,000 enemies. And I don't remember what happened. I had it recorded. I was going to put it up, but something crazy happened. I don't remember what it was. So I just never put it up. Oh yeah, I don't know, the video quality, it got screwed up. I don't know what happened. It was on Twitch. Twitch has some issues. Bitrate conversion and different things. It tends to do stupid stuff that I haven't quite learned how to work around, because I have a really strong internet connection. Like, I'm around 1 gig sometimes, but on average I'm at like 400 something when I got everything going at the same time. So like, I got a good connection, and it's still, like, with my settings at 1080p. I had my bitrate lower, I think it was, at the time, because people were complaining about it being too high, and they were on mobile phones trying to watch Twitch, and I believe that's what the problem was I was having, is people couldn't watch the live stream. So I was like, well, screw it. Sorry for anybody that wants to watch live stream. It's affecting my YouTube videos, so I need to have that higher quality setting, just to have the YouTube video. And then, you know, don't sweat about my live stream. You can always go to my YouTube, go watch it on my YouTube. It's all good, because then you can just pause and take a break. Instead of having to watch me play and play and play for hours, you can just pause. Hey, right? For anybody that does not know what my YouTube is, that's watching live stream right now, check out OnlysGamingChannel. It's the same as my Twitch currently is.
We could not do
Um,
this without you.
I got some pretty nice videos on there. I goof around a lot. A lot, though. Tons of in-game. I've been teaching a lot of people lately, so I haven't done so much solo in-game videos anymore. Just teaching a lot of my buddies how to do in-game. Goofing around, seeing how far away I can take these guys that's not used to doing in-game at all. I get a kick out of it. Even if they die, I don't care. Like, I really don't. You don't have to be good to play with me. You just have to listen. If you don't know how to do in-game, just listen. That's all I ever ask anybody. Just, you know, don't come in here thinking, oh, I know it all. Because, oh, I played with a group that we went like 3 hours into a survival. Well, I run fishers. I don't run regular missions. I'm doing a regular right now, but I'm just going to the enemy level cap for what the simulator would provide, just so you can see the damage scaling and everything. It works out just fine for this build. Oh yeah, I should mention with Cleaving Whirlwind, don't do the entire combo all the way through, because it can screw you. You get like this temporary moment of unable to move. It's kind of irritating. But you see, everybody's, like I said, everybody complains and says, oh, Temple Royale's better, but why exactly do you need to be able to run through the entire map in a survival? They come to you. It's a survival. It's not an exterminate. Now, if you're running exterminate and they're like stupid high level, then yeah, I would say go ahead, go for the Temple Royale. Just so you can just run through it. But me personally, if it's Grenier or Corrupted or Infestation, I'm just running Saren and throwing spores out. So it don't even matter anyway. I throw a couple spores and run through the map and forget about it. Like, every time I see a new enemy with no spores, boom, throw a spore and just run past them. I don't even stop. And then by the time I find the exit, everything dies all at once half the time. It just depends on how quick you are and how good you are at finding the exit. So, currently, the enemy level cap in the simulator is 165 if you are Master Rank 27. So that is what I'm trying to reach in here, just so you can see that this will hold up to what's in the simulator tenfold. I'm surprised there's not a single nullifier. This is bothering me, actually. I just thought about that. No nullifiers at all. Huh. Weird. Oh well. I think I broke Warframe. They're like, he's taking a day off of Fishers. We're gonna cut him a break today. Let him do a video. It's kind of a buzzkill. I like my nullifiers. It gives me a purpose in life. Oh my god, come on. Operator is acting retarded. There we go. Dang nades, man, I swear. I also like Magus Repair, or Lockdown, because if I don't know exactly where all the enemies are, it does come in handy on top of that. Because you see the little tethers. Now it's confusing with Nekros for some people. If you're not, like, good eyesight. But I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. I should mention, Nekros, the way that the Shield of Shadows mod works, it reduces, what, 90% of damage dealt to you, and you get like 7 zombies. if they're not close enough to you, you don't get no damage reduction. So try to keep your peoples, you know, close to you. Stay in the middle of them if you can. That's your better option. I swear I keep turning Desecrate off. I haven't played Warframe in like 3 weeks. I'm kind of right now. I had to find a new job, and things have been crazy the past 3 weeks. So sorry about not posting videos sooner. I know this one's like super long. I'm gonna try to chop it up. So if there's a point in the video that anything I've said is getting like skipped ahead, I'm gonna try to chop it up into sections. Like, I don't know. Just know I haven't died yet. I'm just chilling. So that's all that matters. Them nades though. Look at that chunk of health out, man. So now that I'm like kind of meh on my health, right? I just use Magus Repair. I don't even have to switch to the Amprex yet to worry about getting all these status procs around the whole map and doing all that extra. We ain't desperate yet.
just found. They cannot do this without you.
See, the shadows thing just screwed me. That's what I'm talking about right there. I called in zombies and it didn't do anything at all. That's one thing. Makes using Nekros kind of irritating sometimes.
You are running out of time. Consider extraction.
Yeah, your mama. But nobody really farms this far in, you know, for basic farming stuff like argon crystals and minor resources. I was just showing, like, you know, this is definitely able to hold its own. Even when it screws up, you can stay alive. Wish I had my other spot, though. I have a different spot where I can't, so they can't constantly jump up and down, because that is impairing me. But I do need to leave, because it is getting late, and I gotta get ready for work. I don't like this auto block mechanic on melee weapons. It does make a lot of my playstyle screw me so bad sometimes. Especially because, like, when you block, you drain energy if you accidentally turn on your, what you call it?
Tenno. Extraction.
Trying to ride it out for one more, that last minute, just for the relic. Come on, hit that last minute. I could just Magus lockdown everybody and not die, but I'm just goofing around. Ah, it was close. Oh well, I was trying to get that last relic reward. I'm so tired, man. Working 8 p.m. to 6 a.m., 7 a.m. 9 a.m. shifts are killing me. Ugh. I'm gonna use Nekros and man, when was the last time? I'm trying to think, man. Last time I used Nekros, maybe 4 months after they nerfed the heck out of Desecrate. It's the last time I really tried to go hard with Nekros. But yeah, I'll show that build real quick. I'll have to get back into using Necros so I can go back into doing those 5 hour plus survivals though. This is my current setup. I'm gonna make another Necros and tweak it. This is an updated version of my old build. I have this on there so I can switch weapons quickly, so I can benefit from healing return and condition overload on my melee a little better. This makes things a lot more smooth. I've tried all kinds of other different mods, and I'm gonna probably stick with this on the build. Um, Other than that, the rest of the build is my original build, except this used to be regular vitality, and that was regular intensify, of course, back in the day. So that's my old build modified with the new setup. And you got Arcane Grace for health regen. Um, it's not perfect, but it helps. Um, then I have Arcane Guardian to give me, the 600 armor. That helps as well. Shield of Shadows reduces, well, it says 6%, but it comes out to 90% damage reduction when you have all of your zombies up. You get a max of like 7 zombies. So I'm going to share this build. I've kept secret for like ever. I do have a ribbon on it, but you don't need it. I just put it on there for the status duration, status chance, and the slash. Just trying some stuff out to see if I like it or not. Uh, so far, I don't care for it. What I'll probably end up doing is adding a toxin mod or something, like more combo duration kind of thing, just to have that extra freedom. I don't know yet. I'm still sorting through it. I might do Gladiator Rush. I don't know. I've been trying to update this build since the sacrificial mods came into play, and I don't know. I just been goofing around lately with stuff, trying to use different combinations. I like that they added the look link, so now I can just share my builds with people in game. Someone already screwed themselves up with that recently. I thought that was kind of funny, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, so healing return. Basically, if you're gonna run condition overload, it'll work out. You notice I do not have pressure point at all on there. My builds are they're designed for late game. Late game, everything's gonna stay alive, so you'll have more than enough time and opportunity to get plenty of status procs on something. So 60% melee damage per status type affecting the target. Um, if you do your math right, 165% melee damage for a prime pressure point. It's flat rate. It doesn't scale, doesn't go any higher. It's just you're stuck there. Where this will constantly fluctuate your damage output. So if the enemy are lower level, obviously it's not going to matter if you have enough status procs or not. The weapon itself is strong enough. Everything's going to die, as you were seeing. And then the more you scale the weapons, multipliers, it'll constantly just scale that base damage anyway. And then if you run, say, like I said earlier, a Saren on your team to strip armor, and then you yourself are running like a viral radiation amprex, and so you got a Trinity Spectre rocking a Archiplasm or following you around, you can go forever with this setup. Your damage output is just insane. You'll see millions. You'll hit up into the millions with your crits once you get far enough into your combo multiplier with this setup. Um, it does look weird, I understand, and everybody sees my build and they're usually tripping because I don't have organ shatter on it, and I'm like, hey man, I'm good, bro. Like, don't worry, don't trip. Um, Gladiator Might um, is an option. If you don't rock this, Gladiator Might is an option. You could put it there, but I would say just go for more duration, possibly, until you get used to the feel of using Cleaving Whirlwind, um, and just that high intensity combat situation. Period. I'm like spacing out, man. Alright, so healing return. You get 11 health per status type of affecting the target. So every single time you swing your melee weapon, you're getting 11 HP. I know it don't seem like much, but everything I have working together as a whole is where that comes into play. Um, like I said, the attack speed, the range on the Galatine Prime is better than the Gram. So everything with status procs around you, swing one time, that's 11 times however many enemies times however many status procs you have active on those enemies when you hit every single one of them. So you could go from almost zero health to full health almost instantaneously per swing in a group of enemies with this mod and the whole setup that I'm rocking. Um, for anybody who don't know how Berserker works, there you go. 30% base attack speed, and it increases as you get critical hits up to 75% increase, which is better than Prime Fury, which is a base of 55. Blood Rush, it stacks with your critical chance, which is why I was hitting red crits, or your stacks with your combo multiplier, sorry. Then you have Drifting Contact, which everybody's so stuck on this other mod. I don't understand why. For 2 seconds longer of a combo duration. I'm like, y'all are ridiculous. This is a better mod. Plain and simple, 40% status chance and minus 2 seconds difference. Better damage output. You don't need an extra 2 seconds if everything is dying an extra 2 seconds faster. You feel me? Um, so I mean, you could rock that. Like I said, you could go this route if it you don't have a ribbon. I have all kinds of Galatines. Like I have all kinds of setups. I used this weapon like unforgivingly. Let's see. I don't know if it's gonna look it up by the actual name because I've renamed my Galatines. Oh, it does. Well, there you go. See, I Galatine, bro. I Galatine. Like I got y'all. I have builds for days for Galatine. Like yeah. Because I do have multiple ribbons. I do all kinds of setups on stuff. I don't just tell you guys, hey, this is gonna be the best setup. This is gonna be that. I don't just come up with that, like other YouTubers. I actually invest the time, and nobody else really wants to or is going to, so that I could provide you guys as accurate of info as I can possibly come up with. And if I do not know something, unlike the other community members, I will tell you I do not know, but I will definitely invest the time. This is my Amprex setup for the viral radiation. It is not intended for damage output. It is a status proc output, and that's the intent of the build. Now, the damage is nice. It does come up doing pretty well. If you run this one with Saren on your team and all the stuff's getting stripped, this scales pretty good, to my surprise, because I just threw this together just for status, and it actually was doing like crazy damage. I was like, huh, interesting. I was just trying to be goofy, and it came out strong. Um, this is my go-to though. Well, that's if I'm running chroma. Uh, this is the no chroma setup. That's a viral slash build. So yeah, but I'm gonna switch that back because I'm gonna be using somebody later. Well, tomorrow when I get home from work. Ugh, I don't want to go to work. It's a long drug out night. Pox. Alright, I'll show you this real quick so you don't have to look at my other videos. Try to get this mod if you don't have it. It'll be worth the plat. The Pox is a can't speak English. Phenomenal weapon. Oh man, sleep deprived kills you, doesn't it? Alright. You want anemic agility. You want to go for as much attack speed as you can. I only have Trick Mag on there, really, because my Riven screwed me on ammo. When you get a Riven, you do need a Riven to pull off what I do. You definitely need a Riven. You need like 157 or higher on your multi-shot. The more multi-shot you got, the faster you can strip that armor, which means less ammo you have to throw entirely. I will eventually re-roll this when I'm not lazy. But yeah, this is the setup you want to rock though. Don't build it for damage. Anybody tells you, oh well, my corrosive damage is blah blah blah, they're idiots. Just like right here, boom, already a worse build, period. Like yeah, for an extra 200, what, 200 damage? Yeah, an extra like 200 damage basically, and you're dropping your status chance, and the less status chance you have, you're not gonna strip the armor. Corrosive does not work off your damage output; it works off the ticks per second, and the aspect of stripping armor. This is my Daijin setup so that I can have somebody there to revive me when I have an oof moment. Sacrifice and reawaken work together for this to work. I'm lazy. I don't feel like leveling up this. I gave somebody my other prime region. I don't know. I've been so busy I don't care anymore lately. Um, so for your Amprex, any primary, um, that's like equipped. If you run all the vigilante mods, they don't have to be ranked. But if you run all of those on a sentinel, you buff your percentage for chance to enhance critical hits from primary weapons. I highly recommend doing this. And I would say put a hush mod on your sentinel just in case it shoots. If you're running like the Daijin, because they tend to target it less if it's not shooting or being heard. Just personal experience after trying several things for hours on end. You know, uh, I do what I do, man, for a reason. Um, as far as Nekros goes, I can't remember how many Nekros I have, but I know I'm gonna make another one. Yeah, see, like I go all out, man. Like any build I throw you guys, I'm gonna say, hey, look, I've invested the time. Most people aren't gonna invest that kind of time. Like plain and simple. Um, I try things. I go and I try to do it as far as I can possibly do it solo. Most of the time, I go into a fissure, unless there's just absolutely no survival fissures up whatsoever. Like right now, there's probably not one because the game just likes to troll me. Look at that. Ha one and it's infestation, and I could smash through that way too easily with Nekros. That current setup you guys just seen, like, yeah, go hit that infestation one. You'll be like, oh my god, oh, candy, right? Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and go drop these pigments off and get ready for work. Maybe, I don't know. I still got like a couple hours, but I'm hungry, man. And I will get this video up and posted on my YouTube. Maybe today. Maybe not. I don't know. 80? Who put 80 in? Somebody must have been on Warframe. Who's on in my clan that didn't hit me up? Oh. Alright. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Catch you guys on the flip.